All right, so I've had some requests for recipes, healthy recipes, protein-packed recipes. I'm gonna show you guys what I do. I make a lot of stir fries. So we're gonna do a shrimp stir fry tonight, and I'm gonna show you how I prep everything. First things first, we really like sweet potatoes in this house. That's kind of our main carb. They're easy to digest. I don't like taking the time to cook rice or pasta, so I always prefer sweet potato. What I do to make my sweet potatoes, I put my oven on 400, I throw them in, take about an hour, a little bit longer depending on how dense they are. Super easy, and I'm going to show you how I style those later. Alright, stir fry ingredients. A handful of 3 different kinds of veggies, so 3 handfuls of veggies. Tonight we're doing mushroom, cauliflower, and broccoli. Put that all together, get that prepped. For stir fries, to give a lot of flavor without a lot of calories, I chop up a fuck ton of garlic and 1 shallot. So this is about 8 cloves of garlic. I get the pre-peeled kind from the grocery store. This is our sauces. So this is soy sauce, dark soy sauce, little fish sauce, and some oyster sauce. I get the preservative, no added preservative oyster sauce. It's got a lot of salt, but you know, I eat low fat, so I want to have flavor, and sometimes you got to eat some salt. Sweet potatoes are good to balance out your salt intake because the potassium in there is going to cancel out some of that salt. We're going to put 2 fried eggs on top of our stir fry, so I like to let those sit out and get to room temperature. And then the shrimp. So how do we measure out our protein? Okay, this is 0.56 pounds of raw shrimp. 0.57. All right, so we know that that's gonna be about 1.2 pounds of shrimp. That comes out to about 9 ounces per person. And so I'm gonna put that into my fitness tracker. This meal altogether, sweet potato, shrimp, we're gonna use some olive oil. This is going to come out to about 750 calories with the eggs as well. So this is a very satisfying meal, 750 calories, a whole lot of protein. I need to double check that, but I'll get back to you guys on that later. All right, so this is about 78 grams of protein in total. Not too shabby, pretty good for dinner. We're going to start cooking. Get our burner going. This is a non-stick pan, so normally I don't cook with oil, but for these stir fries, and shrimp has like literally no fat on it. That's also why I'm not gonna be a stickler for weighing out shrimp. If you have, 1.3 pounds of shrimp, you're just getting more lean protein. I don't care about anything other than excess fat. A little extra protein, all good. A little extra carbs, all good. A little extra fat, that's where things start getting dangerous. I always think about like working in a restaurant. The things that really make you fat are like French fries and fucking sauces, dude. Because it's always hidden fats. That's why I want to take direct control of my fat intake. So 2 tablespoons, I put that in. That's about, I'm going to budget it in as a tablespoon that I'm going to be consuming myself. It's really hard to track how much oil I'm having. Because, once it infuses into the veggies and the meat, it's hard to say. I'm going to eat some. My wife is going to eat some. I'm going to, do my best and say that I'll eat probably a tablespoon of oil. Right? It's not exact, but it's as close as I can do. All right. So I got my oil in my nonstick pan. It's hot. I'm going to dump my garlic and shallot mixture in there. I'm gonna let it cook down until it's soft. Smells delicious. Oh yeah. All right, so I've let this cook for like 3 minutes-ish. The garlic and shallots, they soaked up a lot of that oil. I'm just gonna take my shrimp, dump them in. And shrimp are fun to cook because you know when they're done, right? You can't see through them. They aren't gray, they're orange. If you do eat an undercooked shrimp, it's not gonna kill you, but you should be able to distinguish a cooked shrimp from an undercooked shrimp. But look at this. All right, so we got our shrimp, mostly orange, looking good, looking fancy, feeling free. We're gonna take our veggies, toss them in there, mix them in, right? It's stir fry, so you don't want the veggies to cook too much. You kind of want them crispy. Once the veggies get a nice mix, you're gonna take that sauce, Krapow. And the measurements on the sauce, I'm using 3/4 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of regular soy sauce, a 1/2 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. And you know, when you're starting dieting, it's all very overwhelming. But you know, as much as you can have preservative-free food, it's gonna make you feel better. When I started cutting, I was eating like a lot of Halo Top and chewing gum like a madman because I was starving, and it just made my stomach, you know, super uncomfortable, and I was kind of inflamed even though I was losing weight. I gotta say that I have been eating super not processed healthy food as much as possible, and my body's better, my sleep is better, my workouts are better, so know that. All right, so this has a nice mix on it, give you a sense of the look. See, the sauce has kind of coated everything, right? I'm actually going to take all this plop it into a bowl. Sick. All right, fire that burner back up. Get my fried eggs going. And we want them sunny side. So we're just gonna leave them like that. And we don't have a cover for this. We gotta just pop another pan over top so that it covers the egg, so that it's gonna steam the top of that egg white. And while all that is going on, we gotta grab our sweet potatoes. I'm gonna show you what we do here. Okay. So, take your sweet potato. They're hot, hot, hot. Split it. Use tongs. Flip it. Pull the skin off. You gotta be kind of fast because your egg is cooking, right? Don't want your egg to overcook. You're gonna plop that into a bowl. Again, I weighed out my sweet potato beforehand. So this is 6.14 ounces. Does it lose weight when it cooks? Sure. Is this all kind of an inexact science? Yes. Should we be precise anyway? Yeah, because we have to restrict calories and we have to keep track of stuff. All right, so this is what they look like in the bowl, right? I'm gonna get a spoon, mash them down, and then we'll reconvene. All right, we got our mashed sweet potatoes, rolling, feeling good, steamy. We're going to take our bowl of shrimpy goodness. We're gonna evenly distribute to the best of our ability half of this bowl, or a quarter of this bowl, because we're gonna have enough for a second. So 2/4. Into each of these bowls. And then we got our eggs here, looking gorgeous. I've got to find the spatula. And then I'm going to take an egg, blood out. Blood out. And there you have it, guys. That's pad krapow on top of sweet potatoes as opposed to rice. That's 750 calories. That's a healthy carb. That's some good veggies. And we've got 78 grams of protein between our shrimp and our egg. We've got enough for seconds for each. So I did about a quarter on top of each bowl. After I finish that bowl, I'm going to have half of this. I'm gonna give the other half to my wife. And that's how we make healthy, delicious food. Is it purely an exact science? No. Is this a well-balanced macronutrient meal with a bunch of healthy stuff in it? And, you know, some good lean fats, some strong protein, and some good carbs? You bet your ass it is. Is it impressive? Yeah. If you make this for your significant other, they will think that you're a genius, and it was pretty easy, right? Great. This is my first recipe video. Many more to come. Let me know how you feel. Let me know any questions, comments you have. Thanks so much. Have a great night.